So if I discuss about the prerequisite, if you have basic understanding of the this Salesforce object, okay, Salesforce admin part, it is fine. If you don't know, then I'll recommend you to go through once, check some Udemy courses, and you can purchase in 300 or 500 something. You can go through once that session. So you will have basic understanding of the Salesforce admin. Then if you completely blank, so in that scenario, you can go through. If you have used anything, a sales, service, marketing, then you can understand the things here. Apart from that thing, we will start from scratch. I'll tell you what challenges will come, how you can handle those things, and all these scenarios I'll explain here. Okay, this is completely UI based. So only two places coding is required, not mandatory. First is this query editor. Here SQL, if you know, then you can type the query. If you don't know, then also some predefined queries are available. You can click on drop down, you can view the data. So this is mainly for check the data, validate the data. Okay. Second, we have calculated insight. In the calculated insight, we have both the option. We can create the calculated insight based on UI, and second option is available, the SQL. If you know SQL, then directly you can use the SQL. If you don't know UI based, you can create the calculated insight. So I'll say 5% coding based this UI. So data cloud we can use for the profile unification. We can use this for the unstructured data processing that we call the RAG process. Third, agent force. And fourth, marketing cloud next. So we will discuss all these things in this course. So we will discuss 2 to 4 use case of agent force, and those are enough to work on agent force. Rest of the things is dependent on you, how much you explore. Okay, but if you know Apex language, then you can perform better on agent force. But mainly we try some standard action and a prompt builder and the flows to create the agent force. If it is not possible, that query is not possible, the use case you are planning to create in the agent force, in that scenario we go with the Apex classes. Okay, so if you know, then fine. If you don't know, so today you all know AI is available. You can write the code using the AI, and it doesn't take much time. Only 1 minute it can write the code, and you can utilize that code. If you create that code in first time, then it will not work directly, but the changes you can make accordingly. Just type, give the screenshot to the AI and tell these errors are coming. It will fix and it will work. Okay, so one time you will face the problems, but after 2 3 times you have created the code, you will be used to of this. You easily can create the code as Apex code. Okay, marketing cloud next. Here we have many agents are available, like journey decision agent, content builder, and campaign creation. Okay, so these agent also we will discuss in this session. And this main thing is the profile unification. This is the backbone of data cloud. Okay, so if I say that what is the data cloud? Data cloud is something which is the centralized cloud-based platform where we can ingest the data from multiple sources and we can unify the data, and again we can publish the data on the marketing platform to run the campaigns. Okay, so
I have a query here. Can you firstly brief us about the overview of data cloud? I mean, how it is, why it is used, and how is it helpful in verifying the
uh,
data? Just
okay,
over.
so I'm coming on this point. The profile unification. Actually, what is profile unification? Okay, so we usually create the profiles. Okay, on different platform. Let's suppose you have created one profile on LinkedIn, second profile on Facebook. So here you have mentioned Sri Devi, and here Sri Devi. Okay, name you have given these names, and second we update the contact number. You have updated this one. Okay, any contact number. Here you have updated different contact number. Whenever we create profiles, we update these details. Okay, so email address @gmail.com, and here also you have updated address. You have updated Hyderabad. And here also you have updated address.
So here in Facebook, you gave different spelling. Is that you didn't want? Okay.
Yes. Okay. So now if I need to identify, if I need to target you as a marketing purpose, that what platform you were recently active, or what platform you usually use. Okay, most of the time which platform you are available. Okay, in that scenario we unified this data. Unified means now we need to ingest this data into the data cloud and we will create single profile. Okay, based on how we will identify, we have some match criteria. We call that in the marketing cloud that identity resolution. Okay, under the identity resolution, we create some rules. So these are the some match rules which we use. Okay, first name, last name, email address. So same thing, if I show you, if I tell you here your name is this one. Okay, and your contact number, if I match your name, then based on fuzzy logic we have available, fuzzy logic can match this name. Okay, both the name it can match. And second is this email address is based on some criteria we can match. Then final profile will be, it will unify this profile. Okay, then final profile in the based on reconciliation rule, we can define that this is the name, this is the contact number, email address, contact number you can pick from here based on reconciliation rule, email address you can pick here, and the your address you can pick. So you can create a one single profile, the final profile you can create. Okay, and here it will be unified id. So unified id will be this one. Now if I need to send any email or sms, I can target you based on this profile, and I have your data that on what platform you are available. Okay, so this is the profile unification. So here many scenarios comes, like if I run one restaurant. Okay, I visited somewhere in trade fair or somewhere. There I filled the form to become a partner with Zomato or Swiggy. Okay, after coming back from the trade fair, what I did, I opened the website of Zomato and Swiggy, and I am searching. There also I have filled that form, the online form, and submitted. Now both the data will go in the data cloud, and in that scenario, the Zomato and Swiggy team, they can identify that you are the quite interested in to do business with them. You are quite interested in their business. Okay, then they can target you. The sales team will contact you. So we can identify the engagement. We can do the profile unification. Okay, and then we can target you. So many scenario comes here. We will discuss all the scenario, like how you can utilize, and the data graph main thing, and that currently it is not much popular in the data cloud, but in upcoming days it will be more popular. The data graph option is available here if I show you. Okay, that creates the 360 view. No, the data 360 is different. Okay, I missed that. So the old name of data cloud was CDP. CDP means customer data platform. Now name got changed after some modification customization. That was the data cloud, and new name is data 360. So this is the
So now
current.
it is called as Data 360 instead of Data Cloud.
Yes. So don't get confused if someone is saying CDP, someone is saying data cloud, data 360, all are same, only different name. Yeah. Any other question?
Data cloud is related to marketing cloud or is it general for all the sales and service cloud?
Depending on the scenarios. So if we need to identify the engagement data, then we will not activate or we will not publish that data to the marketing cloud. If it is required again for the marketing, then we will publish the data for the marketing cloud after the profile unification. But most of the scenario we use this data for the marketing. So we publish this data after the profile unification. So what flow comes? We ingest data from marketing cloud. Okay, then we do profile unification in data cloud, data stream, DLO, DMO, segmentation, then activation, and here again marketing cloud. Okay, so This is the complete process. Any other
Yeah,
question?
what is scope of data cloud? Is it into every cloud? We can get the data unified, or any limitations that we can't use data cloud in so and so cloud?
It is not mandatory for every cloud. If companies are planning to create the 360 view of all the profiles, all the accounts or contact, in that scenario, they can plan for this one. Okay, so not mandatory, and because in the market we have Six Sense, we have Live Ramp, that also people are using, but here we have some extra capabilities. But this application is very costly. The data cloud. Okay, if you what happens in other application, you pay some amount, you get that cloud application for a few months. Okay, here billing is different. Here's the if you will process single record, then billing will be generated based on that record.
Okay, so the cost seems to be a little high.
Yes, very high.
And how about if the cost is high? How about the companies will take over this data cloud?
Still companies are using because they know what is the use of this one. Okay, here we get some extra capability which is not available in other application. Okay, in databases, the profile unification which we are doing, here we have the fuzzy match. Okay, in databases we have wildcard character match. So both are different. Okay, and the segmentation activation, and here the so many connectors they have given, and all the AI capabilities are available under the data cloud. So data cloud now and in upcoming days, it is the mandatory for every company. If company needs to use agent force, again the data cloud mandatory. If company planning to use the Tableau next, sorry, I didn't mention here Tableau next. Where's yes this one Tableau next. Then again data cloud is mandatory. Okay, the profile unification again data cloud mandatory, and marketing cloud also data cloud is mandatory. So Salesforce, what they are doing, they are creating the dependency on the data cloud. People will have to use the data cloud. Okay, so this is the billing, which if you are ingesting data from a local, I mean, Salesforce application, in that scenario, billing is zero in data stream, not other places. External source. External source means, let's suppose you are ingesting data from Databricks, Amazon S3, Oracle. Okay, in that scenario, 1 million record process. If you will process 1 million rows, then you will have to pay 2000 credit point batch and production. Sandbox is this one, batch 1600. Okay, if less than 1 million, if you will process, let's suppose you are processing only single record, again it will charge you 2000 credit point. So this will consider as a one unit, and it will charge 2000 credit point. Credit point is something you pay some amount to Salesforce, and Salesforce gives you credit point. Okay, so pay some amount means you will, if you pay $500 to Salesforce, they will give you 1 lakh credit point. Okay,
Okay.
and highest billing is here 1 million, 1 lakh. So in single refresh, if you click on refresh, it will charge you 1 lakh credit points. It means $500 for single refresh. So most in projects, in companies, most of the escalation comes on this billing part. And this is the data cloud billing. Agent force billing is different. There we use flex credit card or per query $2. So we have both the option, single action 20 credit point, that flex credit point, and complete conversation $2. So both the options are available, that we will discuss later when we will start working on the agent force. Okay, so agent force, this is means you all know about this agent force, right?
Yeah, we just
What is
I just want to.
okay? So agent force are like AI capabilities agent, which we develop in Salesforce, and we use them based on some condition criteria. Let's suppose this is one agent. If I type my query, it can answer me. Okay, so this is
Bot
also,
created.
yeah, previously it was bot. Now they have given the AI capabilities in Salesforce. It was static, very static, and we used to call that chatbot. We can say this one AI chatbot. If I type my query, So it can answer me based on my queries. Same thing we can develop here also. If you see this option is coming, but it is not activated. That's why it is giving the error. Okay, so we will create so many agent here. So many means 2 to 4 agent we will create, and we have this agent force studio. These are the template which Salesforce provide, and based on our prompt, we also can create. Here we can type out prompt. This is the new view which I am showing you, but currently I am using the previous one because this is in the beta and so many changes they are making. Okay, this is about the agent force and it has given me the details. So this agent force we can use to book a flight. We can embed this on website and user is coming and asking to book the flight, and he wants to know about the case detail, case number. He can type in this chatbot, and in this chatbot can get the case status, what is the status of the case, and okay, all the details. So we can create these agent for internal team and external team also. We can external user also we can create. Okay, so many use cases are available in the market. This is quite popular in the market, and people are so many openings are available. People are looking for the agent force developer directly. And again with the data cloud, currently some companies are hiring directly the agent force, and some companies are mentioning data cloud plus agent force. Okay, third is the Tableau Next. Tableau Next is the new application which is coming from Salesforce side. Okay, here also agent force capability they have given. If you type your query, it will give you the response. Okay, it will analyze the data and it will give you the response. So if you see here, I think this picture is not clear. So this is the dashboard which is available in Salesforce. So don't get confused between these, the Tableau, which is this one, Tableau Cloud. This is different, and this is different. This is if you know about CRM Adex, then you can understand this one. Okay. So this is a new application and directly available in the Salesforce. So if you will type here Tableau Next in this org, it is not available. Will show you here. Okay. So here I'll show you how you can create a dashboard in Tableau Next. And in the data cloud, if I show you why it is dependent on data cloud, because all the data modeling part is part of data cloud. So semantic layer, this is in the data cloud, and using this semantic layer, we create the dashboards. Okay, so semantic layer, we can say this data modeling. Okay, so we assign this data to the AI, and based on AI, it responds.